Secret Invasion is one of the most anticipated projects of Marvel this year. Recently, a new trailer for this miniseries is dropped. This trailer gives us a glimpse of what Marvel has in store for us.
This is personal.
From its dark tone to vibes like Captain America, Winter Soldier, fans are super excited about this project. Moreover, this show will see the return of the badass former head of S.H.I.E.L.D., Nick Fury. But what can we expect from this show and how it fits with the current timeline of MCU? To know that, stay tuned till the end of this video, because the Cine Wizard is here to give you all details about this secret invasion. That being said, let's start the show.
Very few of us know about the wars fought in the shadows that have raged on this planet. Do you feel responsible?
You're the most wanted man on the planet.
Marvel's slate of TV shows for this year is full of heavy projects like Loki Season 2 and Ironheart. All these superb shows are part of Phase 5. Everybody knows that the previous phase introduced many characters in their own shows, which were not well received by the viewers. From fast pacing to dull humor, most of these previous shows were slammed by the fans. To compensate for that, the company is ready to start this phase with this show.
Maria Hill has just really been trying to, maintain order.
5 global terrorist strikes within the past year, each one claimed by a different group.
It's business as usual.
Based on a popular comic story, it has a huge potential to become a critical success. It will not introduce any new superheroes, but rather bring back some old faces we are familiar with. It is interesting to know this series is going to release at a time when MCU's popularity is declining. It is not only happening for the movies, but the TV shows are also losing a lot of fans. To change this trend, this series is crucial to the entire Marvel universe. But how this will be achieved? Well, first of all, the storyline itself is getting our hopes high. Therefore, let's check it out, and you will know why we are excited so much about it.
You going to shoot me?
Maybe. Well, probably. But not right now.
We saw Nick Fury last time in Spider-Man Far From Home. He partnered up with Peter to defeat Mysterio. Later in the post-credit scene, we came to know that it was actually Talos, a Skrull who had been impersonating Fury. If it was a shape-shifting alien, then where the hell was Fury? Well, according to star Samuel L. Jackson himself, Fury was up in space trying to process the deaths of Iron Man and Black Widow. After the events of Avengers Endgame, he was busy figuring out his place in the world. Meanwhile, Maria Hill has been doing her best to fill Fury's shoes. She has become increasingly frustrated that he hasn't been returning her calls. He is now back on Earth, and he's not happy. A rogue faction of Skrulls, led by Gravik, has decided to take over Earth. These shape-shifting aliens have been inserting themselves into positions of power to achieve their goals. Fury must now team up with both new and returning Marvel characters to stop these aliens from using their influence to do harm. The show promises to be a gritty, spy-thrilling drama with sci-fi-based psychological horror elements. The Skrulls are said to be portrayed as cunning and villainous, unlike what we have seen of them in the past. The official synopsis released by the studio reads, Nick Fury uncovers a conspiracy for a group of shape-shifting Skrulls to infiltrate Earth in positions of power around the world. He recruits Everett K. Ross, Maria Hill, and Talos to stop it and save humanity.
You get to jump into Nick Fury's world, which is very spy versus spy.
Alone at last. After every Marvel film released, I would phone my agent and say, please can I be in a Marvel?
In the comics, this invasion is a huge Avengers-level threat. The story takes place after the Civil War event, when Tony Stark is the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. Some heroes are outlaws because of the Superhero Registration Act that started the Civil War. But this controversy is put aside when the Skrulls reveal a hidden plot to conquer Earth, led by their evil queen. The Skrulls have been abducting and replacing citizens with sleeper agents. These agents have been waiting to strike at the right time. It was a plan that was in the works for years and had huge huge consequences for the Marvel Comics universe. The Wasp is sacrificed, Norman Osborn takes over S.H.I.E.L.D., and the evil version of the Illuminati, known as the Cabal, is revealed. Now this Disney Plus series is going to be smaller in scale, but we have learned that it will have a massive effect on the wider MCU. The show will feature a smaller number of characters, but it's still going to be a big deal. It will be a guessing game for us, as we won't know who is a Skrull or a human. This is a major tonal shift from what we have seen in the MCU before and promises to take us on a thrilling ride. Even the character of Fury will be different this time. He has always been an indestructible figure, but the events of recent MCU movies have shaken him. He is trying to process everything that has happened, and the loss of major heroes has affected him deeply. We will see a more vulnerable side to him, as he no longer wears his iconic eye patch.
And you can't preempt it, and you can't fathom it until it happens.
I'm Nick Fury.
In a recent interview, Don Cheadle, as known as War Machine, hinted that the events of this series could have an impact on the upcoming show Armor Wars. This hints that either Rhodey will undergo significant development in the show or Tony Stark's technology will be left vulnerable in some way. Additionally, the show's focus on Nick could lead to his appearance in the upcoming sequel, The Marvels. As the relationship between Carol Danvers and Nick has already been established, it is quite possible that their stories are connected in some way. Martin Freeman's return as Everett Ross could also imply CIA involvement in the series. It also teases the arrival of Valentina in Phase 5's movie Thunderbolts. As usual, Kevin Feige is taking on the role of executive producer, as he does with all MCU projects. The show's creator and showrunner is Kylie Bradstreet. He previously worked as a writer and producer on Mr. Robot, which was a major success. The crew includes cinematographer Remy, production designer Frank Walsh, and costume designer Claire Anderson. This series will be directed by Thomas Bezucha and Ali Salim. Jonathan Schwartz, an executive producer, revealed that the inspiration for this series comes from spy thriller shows like Homeland and The Americans. He explained that the concept of this series is about not knowing who you can trust, which is similar to The Winter Soldier. Samuel Jackson will finally take a lead role in his own story as Nick Fury. Ben Mendelsohn will be returning as a Skrull, Talos, who is an ally of Nick. Kirby Smulders, Don Chadley, Martin Freeman, and Academy Award-winning actress Olivia Colman will also be joining the cast. Emilia Clarke, known for her role in Game of Thrones, will make her MCU debut as the daughter of Talos. The supporting cast includes Christopher McDonald, Carmen Ejogo, Kingsley Ben Otter, and Killian Scott. According to Samuel, Olivia Colman's character is cold-blooded and just relishes being that person. Meanwhile, Amelia describes her character as a refugee who also happens to be a freedom fighter. Consisting of 6 episodes, Secret Invasion will premiere on 21st June 2023. It will be exclusively available on Disney+.
One I have to fight alone.
You don't know what they have planned for you.
The great Nick Fury.
So, are you excited about this show? Tell us in the comments about your favorite Marvel show. For more news and updates, subscribe to the Cine Wizard and hit bell icon.